I still don't believe you're drinking coffee.
I am.
Let's go make a cup right now.
Smell my breath. Just kidding.
Drink it right here.
Right here.
Go get me one. I'll drink. Go get me a cup.
Just eat the grains by themselves. Just the coffee.
Put it in my mouth, spit it.
Yeah.
Chew it out.
Yeah, like your dip.
I like your dip, man.
Then I'll know you're hardcore.
Yep. All over the floor. Next guest, we like, what the hell happened here? We're like, hell happened here? Like, just freaking Lubaczewski showed up and started chawing coffee grounds.
All right.
Am I supposed to talk to you?
I don't know.
Am I leading the show or you?
I've had guests do that before.
I know. I watched a couple of the episodes. I was coming in here thinking, I was like, how am I going to handle this? I mean, am I going to be professional Nick or Corey?
No.
Nick knows of Corey.
Yeah, right. It's
So I said, you know what? I'm going to come in here and keep my clothes on for the professional end of it.
At least you keep your pants on.
Yeah, I might take my shirt off though. I've been working out.
Have you? Where?
At home.
Really?
I do my stretches.
I've been going.
I got a routine.
I've been going to therapy.
You have? Like PT or like mental?
PT right now.
Oh,
I mean,
PT therapy is good. I did.
Yeah.
I hurt my hip.
Shout
out to Renew. Who do you go to?
Renew.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe you get some money.
Who do you
Renew? Huh?
Well, who do you go see?
What's that? I've seen all of them.
Oh, really?
It took them all to handle me. Well, I had a weird schedule. So.
They're like, we got 8.
This is not going to be good. My cheeks already hurt.
Shoot.
But anyways, yeah, PT was hardcore.
No, it was good. I'm going to graduate next week.
Nice. You going to get a picture taken?
Yeah. Should I call you to my graduation?
I already had my picture, but I can go up there again if I want.
No, I mean, like, you do celebration.
Oh, Sure.
Yeah. I'll let
Do you want me to bring a cake?
No, just bring your dog. We'll
I'll
coordinate
bring my dog. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Which one?
The one that don't bite.
Oh, Dolly? No, Hefner. The drooly one. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You still got the one that bites?
That's some good water. Thanks for the water, Jess.
You still got the dog that bites?
Dolly? Yeah. She has a PTSD, man.
Okay.
She's been some rough stuff. She was from the city of Flint. You know what she's seen? A lot.
In the water.
What?
You probably drink the water there too.
No.
No.
No, they found her running around the city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's probably seen some things. And I thought we'd been going the whole time.
No, we haven't even started yet.
Oh. I thought we were talking about the whole time.
Yeah, we haven't even started. I haven't even done an intro yet.
I was wondering, you're stumbling and bumbling. I was like, I thought you needed help at first.
Sometimes you gotta.
You got new glasses? Those are nice.
No, these things are pretty beat, man.
Well, you have the clear ones too, right?
Let's exchange ones.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, I got the bifocals. You see that?
That's fine.
Holy shit.
You look pretty good.
I look better with the
Your
Jeffrey.
head looks smaller.
I look better with the Jeffrey Dahmer ones. Everyone said I look like Jeffrey Dahmer when I wore these. I'm like, what? Okay. All right, we better start.
Yeah.
We're wasting time.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Small Town Grit. I'm your host, Corey Haubs, and I got a special guest, Nick Lubaczewski from Happy Canines. Welcome, Nick.
Welcome, Corey. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate being here.
Yeah,
you finally pinned me down. I'm hard to get.
You already canceled and rescheduled like 3 times.
I know. I'm a busy guy.
Yeah.
Places to go, people to see, dogs poop to pick up. I'm all over the place.
Happy Canines, huh?
Yeah.
How'd you? We knew each other for like a long time.
Since 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I remember the first time you came in my life.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Can we share this on?
Well, let me just tell Jess, we need to play Glory Days when we talk about the old times, like over the top. Like Bruce Springsteen sing Glory Days is over. Anyways, first time we met, you came over, you and Mr. Andy Denzer.
Oh, do we play hoops?
Broke Aaron a new hoop. Lowerable hoop.
Yeah,
you broke it.
I remember that.
And my dad said, you guys are not allowed over anymore.
Yeah. But we did come over, but Ted was never home.
Well, we try to avoid that as much as possible.
Thank you to our sponsors, IRD Homes, Mid-Michigan's top contractor, bringing new builds and renovations to life. Timber Oaks. Timber Oaks offers customized lawn and landscape solutions and is a premier Mid-Michigan lawn care company. Link Excavation, your Mid-Michigan excavating experts serving Bay, Tuscola, Saginaw, Huron, and Genesee counties. what do you want to start with? What you're doing now, or how we got to where we're at? Because we used to be,
bros.
well, we still are bros.
I know we are, but
We used to be business partners with Timber Oaks.
Correct.
At one time.
Yeah.
We had another partner involved.
Kurt Belsky, yeah.
And then
Started it during the recession, the greatest time to start a business. Yeah. It aged us well.
07, yeah. I know. 07 was a rough year. 08 was a rough year. And
first 5 were a rough year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First 15.
We had a lot of deep talks in the truck back and forth from all our projects we did together, right? Yeah. That's all right, though.
And then, so we bought Kurt out, and he moved on. And then we still were in the Timber Oaks business. We kind of ran 2 different divisions, and you were running Timber Oaks landscaping. And then somehow you started this Happy Canines.
Correct.
How did that all come about?
Well, let's see. 2014 is when we started it. That's the same year as my son Ivan was born. Kind of remember. Same thing how I remember how old Timber Oaks is, because Reese was the same age, was born at the time we started Timber Oaks. So that's always how I differ our age. So that was 2014. We were looking to make some extra money, cash flow, And Mandy's friend from New York, she lived in Manhattan actually. She actually had people come over to take care of her cat and turtle. All things. And she's like, Mandy was like, well, that'd be kind of a cool business idea. I'm like, well, yeah. So I looked into it, kind of, just kind of did some research of different businesses, kind of like it, and then kind of retrofit it to where we're at now. And we kind of made it work. So in the first year, Mandy and I were saying if we had 10 households would be happy. The first year we already had 50 households.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Currently we have 300 households we service. We've been over 475 households all together. We currently interacted or took care of over 800 dogs and 200 cats. The ones we see at least.
Yeah.
There's a couple cats we have never met. I mean, never seen. The only reason they're alive is their kitty litter and is getting filled and their food's going. So, but it's funny. The family's like, you'll probably never see this cat, and they're or cats plural, and they're like, yeah, we've never seen them, but we know they're around because they're doing their thing.
So, what's your services stem to? I mean, is it just a house visit?
Well, let's start. Service area, basically, if you put a dot right in the middle of the city of Frankenmuth and you did a 10-mile radius, that's what we cover.
Oh, okay.
So we do skirt out we do have clientele into the vast area, Birch Run, Clio, Bridgeport, where did I miss? Greece. So we're kind of in that round area.
Yeah.
So the basics of the service is the pet sitting home care part is like when people go on vacation, business trips and such. We go over 3 times a day, morning, late afternoon, and night. Each visit's 20 minutes. We get them out, get them a short walk, get them outside, let them sniff around, some mental stimulation, physical actually, walking aspect. Giving food, water, attention. We deal with a lot of dogs do and cats as well. That need medical attention, medication administered. So, you ever try to give a cat a pill? A cat that doesn't want a pill? Very hard. Yeah. So
you don't just sneak it in some soft food or?
There's some of them that don't do that. Yeah. So I have a towel. I put them in a burrito, give them some love, and then I got my big old barbecue gloves I wear, like the smoking meat gloves, and I put those on. Yeah. And then I put the pill in.
They know it's coming.
Then you put it in their mouth, and then you blow. The little trick is you blow in their nose, and there's a natural reaction that makes their tongue flip back. Yeah. So it makes them take down the pill. Oh, okay. So a little secret for anybody that has any cat pill issues, feline cat pill issues.
One thing I noticed that you're really adamant about is really giving good reports to the homeowners.
Every time we stop over. Actually, I have a check-in sheet, update sheet would come in.
I call it homeowners. Sorry, that's probably not the right word.
That's the household, the client. We call them the 2-legged clients.
Okay.
Maybe we got the 4-legged clients, 2-legged clients. So that's the 2-legged clients. Anyways, we come and we have an update sheet. It's a spreadsheet basically. It tells what time we show up, fed, water, food, medication given. Any other notes we notice. And then, yes, we give them a text every time. And on that text, we say everything's all right. Include a picture. I'd like to practice photography, as you call it, a little bit. And like I said, then also we have an app that tracks our walk, our GPS is our walk. So, and with that, with that app, it keeps track of all the mileages we've done since we've been in business. Mandy's almost walked 2,500 miles, and I'm at 19,500
miles.
Miles walked dogs.
19,000.
Yeah, walking
miles.
dogs. Yeah. And as you mentioned, when I came in with my shoes.
Yeah, let's see your shoes. Kick them up.
Look at these kicks. I'm a shoe addict. That's why I love my shoes. One thing I like is shoes. I'm very, very simplistic individual, but I love my shoes. Not very materialistic either, but shoes are big. I mean,
so how many shoes do you go through a year?
I go through. I call them my tires because I change my tires twice throughout the day.
Yeah.
So, but I go through 2 pairs of shoes about every 3 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I only wear Brooks.
Yeah.
And I've been going online and like hashtagging them and stuff and hoping maybe they jump on board on my story. Wouldn't it be a cool story though? Dog walker going through 20,000. My goal is 50,000 miles. And if I did the math right, I'd be 57 years old when I hit it.
Isn't that something?
And then I'll be like Forrest Gump, when he's running with all the people on the bridge following him. And then he's like, I'm done. I'm tired. That's going to be me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to if I have a dog at 50,000, I'm just going to drop it there and all right, buddy, you got to go home. I'm done. So
your business is a little different than big city New York. Cause you see the movies or whatever and they have 10 different dogs.
Yeah. Well, that's different. Cause those people, they basically take a whole building.
Oh, okay.
So they just take the whole, skyscraper, whatever high rise and they just go door to door to door, pick up their dog as they go.
Yeah.
With us, we're jumping, you get distance and drive and that doesn't economical business wise,
Right.
So, but yeah, like you said, we were talking about the pet sitting, home care. That's one aspect of the service. I also do dog walking during the day. Mm-hmm. So between a dog walk service, it's between 9:30 and 2:30. So we go, people are gone for work for a day, working long hours, or, just some people are home even and they just want their dog out of the house because they work out of the house. Right. We did that a lot during COVID. People were working out of the house and their dogs are driving them nuts. So we go and let them out, take them for walks for that service too. Yeah. And that keeps me pretty busy as well. Mandy helps out here and there with that as, when time comes.
Yeah.
When she's busy.
I always, during the holidays, I think that's when she really steps in, right? When it's spring break.
Spring breaks are busiest. Yeah. She has a regular job,
right.
But she takes a whole week off of work to help because we're just slammed. I mean, it's I call it the turn and burn, or I call it the hell week. I always big Navy SEALs thing, because we're up at 5 a.m. to 11:30 at night. It's just one after another. We're moving one dog to another dog to another dog, and we just start the route all over again to the back in the morning. So that's a busy week for us, Ivan helps. Ivan's been helping our son, who's now 9. Like I said, it's going to be our 10th year coming up in December that we've been in business.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
So Ivan's been with us the whole time.
Right.
He's been with us. He was on their backs, carrying them in the cold. He's been a trooper. He walks, he scooters, he pogo sticks along. It's pretty good at pogo sticking, surprising. But yeah, he's been a trooper too with it. It's a great business. We gotta love it. So
yeah, it's very family oriented.
Yeah, for sure.
And personal with the animals and your
two-legged
clients.
What's great about it is it's so black and white.
Mm-hmm.
There's no gray area in it. You go, you show up, you do what you do. They're always happy to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we offer another service too. Is that we take dogs to groomers, veterinarian appointments and stuff. I call that my pet taxi, Uber, Lyft, nice. Whatever you want to call it. So sometimes they take them along in the car. So that's another happy aspect. Mm-hmm. So we feed them, give them walks, and give them rides sometimes. And that's 3 top things dogs love.
Yeah.
So. Cats, we give them attention, give them food, that too as well.
One thing I noticed that you really have done for your family life, and we've been self-employed for 20 years.
Oh yeah,
since we started back in the day.
Yeah.
But you take time for your family to get away for vacations.
Yeah, that was hard at first. It's hard, but when we started this business, I personally wouldn't take a day off. We would take a vacation in November, and I wouldn't take a day off till the following November. Mm-hmm. So I have 10 to 12 days.
Yeah.
But it was cook and go. Still today, if we didn't, take scheduled time off, we could be busy all the year long. But we looked at the schedule from the previous years. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, humans, how they travel. Because there's actually there'll be a downtime. We still could have some clientele, right. But it's not as crazy. But it would be like maybe five people might be gone. The next week it's like slammed and then slammed and slammed. So usually we take our vacations now, like in November, like I said initially when I did it. Then I had to add a March because, like I said, I needed to. And now we add an August a time period as well because Ivan's getting older too, and he was kind of asking about doing things, you know.
Yeah, well, it was hard for us in the seasonal business because, you know, we were trying to go from between your lawn mowing and landscaping to your snow. So
snow removal is so hard too because it's so up and in the air. You know, you're just like.
And then at the time, Lisa's doing taxes, so then we lost the whole.
Yeah, I mean, it's same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah.
And then April 15th happens, and we're mowing lawn already. So it's like, well, I
you're
guess
just
we're not
switching another. Yeah.
But that's one thing, like, you know, Lisa and I always say is like, man, I'm glad that you're taking that schedule time and taking that time for your family because.
Yeah. Like I said, it's on our end too. We have prioritized having dinner together every night, and we've been able to do that. That's our most important time. You know, like I said, we have that hour of dinner. So we always sit down at the table because I think that's the most important, you know, especially with, you know, you get around talking and especially with Ivan, with the son, you know, you just got to see how the day's going and everything else.
Ivan got any good stories lately?
Let me see. Oh my gosh. Stuff I can tell on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know, kids get excited when they see dogs and cats. Yeah. Ivan's like, I mean, he's seen so many of them, you know. I mean, he loves dogs and cats. He's very compassionate because he was actually wanting to be a veterinarian. You know, I've never pushed anything on him or anything like that. But we went on a trip to Colorado to a dude ranch. Arizona, sorry, excuse me. We were in Colorado too. Arizona for a dude ranch. And he was really liking the horses and stuff. And he's like, well, I'm a big animal vet. I'm like, well, cool, whatever. Do what you want to do. You know, we're not pushing you to do anything. You just want to be happy. And as long as you can put a roof over your head, clothes in your back, and, you know, food in your stomach, that's all I care about. But anyways, I guess the school had a career day, whatever. And the vet was actually there. And the vet showed a video of a French bulldog's eye popped out of its socket and putting it back in. And Ivan said, I'm not being a vet anymore. that I can't handle that.
That was the end of that.
Which is pretty common for like French bulldogs and pugs. Like their eyes will pop out of their socket. Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, because they're so bulgy, you know, just the way they're bred. So that's a pretty common thing, especially with the pugs. You know, pugs' eyes will pop out since they're so buggy. Yeah, oh yeah. It doesn't take much either.
Is it easy to push back in?
Probably,
let's just say,
but I'm not saying you said you can't pick it up and like jam it back in there like a doll or anything.
No, I mean let's just say this happens. Like you go to see this pug, okay? And you like roll up and the eyes out. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go buy a pirate patch for it and put it over it, and then let the homeowner know you have a pirate pug now.
Oh, shit.
Yar rough. That's what I would do. But honestly, no, I would contact the homeowner. I'd say, contact the homeowner and say, we have a situation. And then says, I think we need to call your vet. Because I give all the clientele paperwork to fill out before we show up. So it gives all the vet information and everything else.
Oh, okay.
So, and I know all the vets in town pretty well. And I have their cell phone numbers actually too. Not bragging. But I can make a contact and say, we got a situation here.
You know people, you're saying.
Yeah, but I still would leave the pirate patch on because I think it would be kind of cool.
Shoot.
I mean, to keep the eye in place, but, you know.
All right, so moving on. So I know you walk dogs. What else? Is there anything other crazy things you've walked? I mean,
we've taken care of horses. A new experience for me. I never took about it. When I first took it on, I was like, you know what? It can't be that difficult. I was like thinking to myself, I was like, make sure I don't get by their hooves, so don't step on my feet because my feet are valuable. And I said, don't get behind them because that's how you get kicked.
Right.
But anyways, first time I took care of a pair of these horses, a couple of Arabians, and their owner says, well, you got to let them out into the field to get them, you know, out to let them feed, you know, type of thing. So, and I was like, all right, cool. So I go around the corner and they have a gate. To go get him, let him graze in the field. Right. So open this gate, and next thing you know, the male Arabian comes blasting around the corner from the barn, full bore horse hauling. And I was like, oh boy. I was like, what I'm gonna do here? And so this horse is charging, and I'm like, all right, horse is not slowing down. It's coming at me. So I was like, I just kind of got in the fetal positions, just waiting for it to run into me. And literally the horse braked it off full tilt and like was right in front of my face and just walked around me and walked right into the field.
Wow.
And then the owner's like, yeah, he does that. So he was messing with me.
Right.
I was like, oh, you son of a gun, you. I was like,
that wasn't in the bio sheet, was it?
No, that wasn't. No. So, but horses, yeah, we take care of some horses, birds, some parrots, Flemish rabbits. This lady had a bunch of Flemish rabbits in her basement. That was interesting.
What about a pig?
Never had any pigs.
No?
Nope, no swines.
Okay.
No pork, no pot bellies or anything like that. No pigs. You took to some people's fish, They're hard. I always talk to them, the fish. They always want some attention. But
I know you're kind of cut like me. Like you were always like pushing. Like I know, like you were probably at some point you're like, I can grow this business, but
yes.
But then you were like, whoa.
Yes.
Or maybe
I'm like
was
you're like me, and
Right.
I'm like you, and you have that internal need to drive,
right.
and that's me, and with you too. I know you, and I have to pull it back. And Mandy said something very important, and it kind of stuck with me. He says, "Learn to be comfortable," and that like really hit me. I was like, "Yes, I need to learn to be comfortable," because like I said, it's like we're in a good space or spot right now, and for me is $10,000 worth of stress worth $1,000 extra at the end of the day.
Right.
It's
not.
It isn't, because as older as I get, and it really hit. I bring it up, but with your dad as well. My dad passed away, and that hit me as well too.
Yeah.
With time and everything else, and like I say, I'm at a happy spot.
Yeah.
And how much more can you go? Yes, I can go. Like I said, I can go because, like I said, I do have business plan. I had ideas of franchising and stuff like that. It's in the filing cabinet. But like I said, right now with Ivan, we're in a good spot. I'm spending time with him and everything else.
Yeah, it's good balance.
And we're comfortable. I mean, we go on vacations. We got, say you got a roof over our head, clothes on our back, food in our stomach, So what? I mean, that's where I had to pull back. I was like, all right, I got to sit back and let this simmer. Like I said,
I don't know if I could do that. I'll be honest with you, it'd be hard for me.
Yeah,
but at least you got time to walk it off.
That helps too. Oh, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I mean that's like where I kind of thought about it. It was like, either there's two ways you can look at it. You can pull back and be comfortable, or keep gun hoeing. And I think that's the two ways you kind of got to look at it. And trust me, I could rev it up if I had to, because like I said, Mandy, I have, like you, I know you. Like I said before, I'll keep saying that because I do. I mean, we've known each other since 8th grade, and we've been through a lot together. Like Mandy poops in my Easter baskets and pees in my Cheerios a lot. And that's a good mix. I mean, I've heard your other podcasts and your other guests talk about, and you always need a good, yin and yang in your relationship.
100%.
She's a good yin and yang for me, and like, but like I said, if I can drive it up, but I'm holding it back.
Yeah. No, I understand.
And it drives me nuts. Like sometimes I get, I see it and I was like, I gotta do this. And Mandy says, you usually have like a 7-year itch where you start just getting antsy and you want to do all these crazy ideas and everything else. And I'm like, she's like I said, and it was this last 7-year itch. That's where she brought out, why can't you just learn to be comfortable? So,
yeah, that's a good one. We might have to patent that in a shirt.
Yeah, I mean, it's just true, and it's hard. Yeah. Like you said, it's hard if you got that.
It's hard to shut it off.
It is.
Impossible.
It
even if you don't do anything, it's hard to shut it off in the mind because it's always like
But with you, Corey, no, serious. This is a compliment, though. I mean, I think about stuff because obviously I got a lot of time to think about things.
Right.
There's certain things like you're good at managing. And I mean, I can manage, but it's not my strong suit. I mean, you got to look at things, you know, you got to, you know, and you've had a lot of experiences. You know what a big experience I think helped you out a lot? Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh, at Tommy?
Yeah, I think you managing or being there helped you a lot.
Oh, okay.
In what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I never had retail management or anything like that or any of that. That you grow a lot from that.
Yeah.
Dealing with people and the outside public and managing retail employees. That helped you a lot.
You get a full spectrum of employees and customers.
Yeah, and you always smell good because you always wear Tommy Hilfiger.
Good. I look good too. I look the part a lot better than I'm looking today.
Yeah, you dressed up. You always had a clean look. Yeah, clean cut shirt on.
But I did smell.
But like I say, and I just saw that, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
You know, and like me, and like I said, I could bring people on, but like I've done the math and stuff on my end of the business because there's lots of. I don't want to be you know, pessimistic or anything. But like I said, on our business too, like I always worry about like if we were gone and we have a full boat, somebody not show up, you can't cover a full boat,
right?
You know, with on my business end, they're different businesses, are different.
Yeah. No, well, we talked about it back when we worked together. It's like, what do we always say? They're not going to work as hard as us, or they're not.
Oh, that's true.
You know,
that's a general
but
thing.
I mean, I don't want to say that for everybody, but I mean, it's a lot different on an owner's mentality of like, you know, maybe it's just reassuring yourself, like you're gonna follow those steps that on every situation, every client, every all the way through.
Yeah,
you know, there's some. If you hire somebody, there's a little question: Did he give that cat that pill? Did he not?
Yeah, that's my worry too. And like I said, a lot of our clientele too, they feel comfortable with us. Even Ivan brought that up. Ivan, who's like I said, he says that's pretty neat that these people trust us enough to let them in our house.
Yeah,
I mean that's a big trust issue,
right?
You know, because people a lot of time you go in their home, they leave stuff out, you know, pretty valuable stuff,
right?
You know, and you got to really trust people. I mean, have somebody in trust, you know. And I'm not naive. There's gonna be a point where I'm probably gonna have to say, you know what, I got to bring somebody on, and I have that in the back of my head how I'm gonna handle that when it does come to that. But at this point, you know. I mean, it's a business still, and my overhead is so low. It'd be stupid for me to cut into that overhead. Yeah, and like I kind of mentioned with the $10,000 with the stress for $1,000.
Right.
You know, it just is it worth that?
No,
I mean, not saying the individual I'd bring on or the team member I'd bring on would be a stressful situation, but it's always there. As you know, as a business owner, you're always in the back of your head. And I won't lie, if I was on vacation, I want to be relaxing. I'd be like just pinning there.
Yeah.
It's pinning there. So like I said, I get a lot of people from a lot of people. It's like, oh, you guys are not, you just shut down for those things. I'm like, yeah, we're like Europeans, man. We close shop and go on holiday. You know, I mean, I traveled and used to talk to Europeans, you know, people from Europe and stuff, or in Australia. Like, yeah, we shut down shop. You know, in Italy, it's famous. They just close the shop and they're gone for 2-3 weeks. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's this American way of thinking of things. You know, you just got to keep going. You got to keep striving. You know, but. That you just got to figure
historically, Lisa and I have always just gone on a long weekend. That's kind of been our vacations. But I recall this this one time we went to Niagara Falls. We were like, we're gonna go almost a week. I think we went for almost a whole week.
Excuse me.
Within 2 days of us being on this trip, I get a call. Jordan ran through a client's fence with a lawnmower.
Is it the same one I had to go talk to? That one time? Oh man!
But that's a prime example. It's like you're always thinking in your mind ahead of what's going on back home. What's going on back home? Either you got to check in or you're waiting for that call because you know something's going to happen. And it did happen.
It's the thing. Yeah, I think like even when I'm gone, I still have a text set up where I'm like, I'm gone in such and such time, blah blah blah, vacation. Because I pride myself on being prompt. Because I get a lot of texts like, hey, I can't get home. Can you let such and such out? So it's like a lot of times it's like last minute, and I can look at my schedule and fit them in stuff. Yeah, so I get that a lot, and like I said, and that I do have that text when I'm on vacation, but I still get texts. I mean, I still get 30, 40 texts a day. I mean, that's my general way people communicate with me. Yeah. So that's my go-to. Yeah. So like I said, even when and I'm on a thread with a bunch of my buddies. Shout out to Beer Club, by the way. anyways, on this thread of my buddies, and it always has automatic responses. I'm gone such and such day and such time. Yeah. So it's always a funny joke to them. Right. They're like, "Oh, where's Nick at? Hope he's home. Where's he at? Nick's on vacation." So and I don't shut it off of them. I'm like, I don't care. I need that to keep rolling.
You ever check your bill, see how many text messages you do a month?
Oh yeah, I average like 15,000.
15,000 texts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know them a lot, but I'm not nowhere close to 15,000. But
oh yeah.
But I mean, that's your lifeline. That's everything's coming in.
Everything is trained through there. I mean, I want to talk. I train my clientele to communicate that way for me. You know, that's the communication.
Yeah.
And the things. So like I said, that's how they book. That's how they get hold of me. That's how I communicate back and forth when I talk about when I'm caring for them or making visits. So yeah, that's the lifeline. Yeah, my phone is my traveling office. So that's what's great. Like I said about the business, I have an overhead.
Right.
It's my car, my shoes, my leashes. I go through treats like crazy. I give them a treat every time I show up. So we go through lots of treats.
Man, we give our cat this treat.
Is it Toro still here?
Still alive? Yeah.
Sweet. I haven't seen Toro in a while.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
She.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I hate that cat, really. I mean,
yeah.
But I love the cat too.
It's usually like that with cats.
Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship.
With cats?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Usually it's a business-like mentality when we deal with them, We get quite a few cats that are, super friendly, dog-like, but usually a lot of them are just business-like.
Yeah.
They're like, we know why you're here, and we know you got to love us, and we know what you expect. So
let's go back from the beginning. You think, like your entrepreneur started back on the tree farm with
Yeah. I'd say yeah.
What did you always have the tree farm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had Lubaczewski Tree Farm. My grandfather started. Well, let me start. Lubaczewski Farm, which was out towards Cass City area, 81. My grandfather started it, 1950s. Planted 1,500 trees with my dad.
Yeah.
And then we just kept on adding trees and adding trees. You helped, obviously.
Yeah, that was my summer days, man.
And we used to hire you guys, and we always joke it was like Rocky training.
Yeah,
like,
it was training, man.
Like Rocky Russian, you fought a Drago.
So,
that was just like we all Drago. We laugh, joke, and we Rocky training. But
so we always pretty much had two main jobs. We either were trimming them.
Yep.
We were like
or digging trees or in digging season.
Yeah, or we were digging trees. By hand.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
If you ever did a hand spade, it's like half this table.
Oh yeah.
And then it has a big metal rod on it. And you take this.
It was a post hole pounder.
Yeah. Pound it in there. You gotta do both sides. And then you roll it up.
Yeah.
And then put your basket in there.
Yeah. It was quite a process.
Yeah.
We had it down pretty good though. We were like well on a machine.
Yeah, we were pretty good. Your dad was even impressed.
Yeah. Well, the funny story I always remember too is that one time I think it's the angriest I saw my grandpa, and we were out there working. Me and you, Corey, remember that? We were brush hogging between the rows of the Christmas trees.
Yeah.
And weren't you the one on the brush? You were the one on the brush hog. Yeah. And we were going, and I was behind you. I was weed whipping. That's right around the trees. And all I heard I was like, what is that? And I was like, you were like, whoa.
Yeah.
We pulled it back, and it was you split in half a fawn.
Yeah, it was.
A baby fawn that didn't move.
Yeah.
And we were so horrified. We ran back home.
Yeah.
We went back to my grandparents' house, and my grandpa lit into us. Or maybe he was mad. Yeah. He had diabetes. Maybe he didn't have his sugar was low or something. He didn't have his insulin shot.
We know what to do.
We're like, he's like, just get out there and do it. What do you guys do? You're joking around. Yeah. And he never really yelled. He was a pretty mellow guy. And it was funny. It was like, I always remember that. And then we picked up the fawn, and which is funny because I used to deer hunt and, field dressed deer. But it was just shocking because you're just going right around, and that thing didn't move. That brush hog was so loud. Yeah. It was it's amazing. Those deer don't move. Yeah, it's fun. Just lay down and
We get city deer here in Vassar.
And I see them.
We get the fawns come. We probably have like 6 or 7 deer back there, but when the fawns come, it's real neat because they'll just bunker down, and the moms will run, and then they'll talk or snort or whatever they do.
I got some clientele over on Day Road.
Yeah,
and you right by VBC. They're in that hardwoods over there.
Yeah,
they'll come right out. They're fearless. They're city deer. Like I have the dogs, and they'll come right like 50 feet from us. They'll look right at us, and the dogs be like, just going crazy. I'm like, and they're like, hey, what's going on? It's like, where's my corn at?
Right.
But no. Back to the farm. But yeah, that was a lot of it too. You learn things as you go. Yes, like I picked up a lot from certain individuals and certain businesses I worked for previously. Like a company I worked for like down in the metro area, because that's where I came up. before Timber Oaks is that we worked for his company, and me and the boss butted heads big time. Because I came in there, I was from different businesses. I worked different companies. So I had like a lot of mindset. And they hired a lot of people straight out of school. So the people out of school never really worked. So they kind of had the ability to, I want to say program them the way they wanted. Yeah. But me and this guy butted heads all the time. But I learned a lot from him. I mean, a lot as well, So I think you kind of gather that up, as you're going and what to do and not to do. And that kind of led me to led me up to you, because you actually reached out to me about saying, hey, you want to start about, landscape lawn company, Yeah. And I was at that point where I was like, I need to do something different, because I wasn't happy in my life. Mm-hmm. I was living in the Clarkson area and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. And it was right when the recession started. Yeah. I was like, all right, whatever, kind of just roll with it, and did it.
Yeah, I lost my job in 2006. The company I worked for closed, and
Weber.
Right. So I did blueprints at the time, and Lisa was pregnant, so we kind of started this idea like
kind of same situation we started Heart Canines. Yeah. They needed some extra cash flow.
Right.
Yeah.
So we mowed 7 lawns that first year.
Yeah.
Did a handful of landscape jobs.
Yeah. It was a grind.
And
it was grinding. I lived in your basement basically.
Yeah.
I slept down there doing bids and doing calls and everything else, and we both did. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're crazy. You're working 2, 3 a.m. in the morning doing prints.
Yeah. I don't do that anymore, by the way.
Thank God. He used to call me at 2 a.m. I mean, I would stay up to 1 sometimes. About 12 o'clock was my cutoff. And he'd be like texting me or calling me at 2 a.m. I'm like, Hobbs Stricker, what are you doing? Go to sleep. You're like, ah! And you're like doing all these crazy things, Yeah. But I was but yeah, that's part of being a business owner and grinding. Don't get me wrong. There's lots of people that work crazy hours. Yeah. I'm not tooting our own horns, but I mean, yeah, you put a lot of hours in. I always still remember the time when we went down to, we had to mow a lawn in Ortonville.
Yes, this is the best story ever. I wanted to talk about
Anyways, I don't know if there's a lot of Friends, people that watch show Friends, but there's this episode of Joey and Chandler when they fall asleep together on the couch and there's the world's greatest nap. And it's kind of relates to this. We were in Ortonville and it was like 3 o'clock. And like I said, we were just dragging because we were a lot of hours in already.
Right.
And we were like, I said, hey, Corey, let's take a quick power nap. And he's like, you looked at me, you're like, it sounds great.
That's the best
so
idea.
we sit back, and the next thing it was nice. It was a nice summer day. It was breeze is blowing, the windows open. Yeah, we were just chilling. And luckily, the person that we mowed didn't living there at the time, so there was nobody to worry about. So we were sitting there, and let's take a nap. Sorry that. And I opened my eyes. It was dark out. I'm like. And my head was leaning against Corey's head over the armrest. They were touching our heads together like this. They're like this like a pyramid TP mount, and we're keeping each other's head up. And I'm like, oh my God, what time is it? And they're like, it was 8 o'clock. We fell asleep at 3, and we woke up at 8. And we were laughing all the way home on M15, driving from Ortonville back to Vassar. It was the world's greatest nap. We were joking, the world's greatest nap.
The world's greatest nap.
It was great. And we always joked about we should just do that again.
And then we mowed the lawn the next day.
Yeah. We did. We did.
Go back.
It was dark out. So that was a waste of time. Well, we had some mowing Clarkson anyway, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So, but it was the world's greatest nap. But you do those things when you do your own business. That's when the privilege is to own your own business. I think that's what I tell people all the time. I can take a nap when I have time. I think that's one of the perks. I can sleep like this. I can take a 15, 20-minute power nap.
I don't feel good after those little naps.
I do. I feel well energized.
My wife says I'm cranky after a little nap.
Yeah, no. I read online about the Navy SEALs, how they can fall asleep like that, do the breathing and stuff, and it really works. That's what I do, and I can conquer it out. Yeah.
At least you can wake back up instead of.
Oh, I can. I'm on a timer too, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Same thing in the morning too. I got a pretty strict routine. You probably as well. Routines help me a lot. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'm up at 5.
I've been getting better. I've been. I was pretty bad about it until the last probably 2 years, and we got procedures and policies and. I just been, me. I just cowboy and just.
Yeah.
But it catches up to you when you grow.
Yeah, I think that's what helped me more. I think it was the routine. I mean, I'd suggest anybody that has problems with things, try to get yourself in routine. That's the same with the dogs. Dogs, structured, routine. They love it. Dogs and structure, routine. People always ask me all the time, what's the best important thing for dogs? Structure, routine. Structure, routine. They're fall line, they're good. So, like I said.
Do you have a favorite breed that you guys...
Get this asked a lot. No, I don't.
No.
Our favorite breed is stray.
Yeah?
I love strays.
Yeah.
You know why? They're smart. They're survivors. Because like I said, they can survive, not get hit by a car. Pretty smart. And like I said, once they find a home, they love you and they protect you.
It brings you back to the original stray.
Oh, yeah. Dick. Richard Robert Mones II. That's his pedigree name I gave him.
Yeah. Was that the first year we were in business? Second year.
Yeah. Everybody says you have that one dog. Dick was my one dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was meant to be. I mean, we were at the farm.
Yeah.
And getting ready. And Kurt came home that day.
We came home that day pulling Kurt's yard because that's where we ran the business out of his yard, at the beginning. And a dog was up on top of the hill eating because Kurt and Linda, his wife, had a compost vegetable pile, pulled up, and there was a dog, black dog, eating up there. And he looked sick and hurt.
Yeah, he did.
And we're like, hey, Kurt, there's a dog up there. And he's like, oh. And Kurt went up there, and the dog started going down the hill he had a big hill, and he went down to a big willow tree, and that's where he laid into a big field, open field. And then Kurt went down there, and Kurt went up and said, no, he's fine. He's really sad. So he brought him up. He was dirty, stinky, So anyways, he caught around us, got excited. And I was like, he looks like a good dog. At the time, we had brand new trucks. So he had one of the doors open the side. I was in the driver's seat. And the dog jumped in the truck. And I was like, get out of the truck. Yeah. Get out.
Yeah.
Get out. You're dirty. Get out. You stink. Get out. I said, get out, you dick. And that's when he jumped out. And that's how I knew his name was Dick. He responded to Dick. So that's how his name became Dick. So that's why he's Dick. So it was Dick and Nick for the longest time. So, and everybody got a good laugh out of that. But yeah, he was my best buddy. Like I said, he was. Yeah,
he was a good one.
We did dock jumping together at Frank Moved Dog Bowl. Like I said, he wasn't very athletic. He ran like a bear. His gait was horrible. Sorry, I shouldn't say run like a bear because bears are really fast. But he ran. His gait was like, it wasn't smooth. And he was kind of a lazy guy. But for some reason, when you get around the pool, or you'd be walking up to the pool, they have a river place, and there's the pool down there by the covered bridge. For some reason, it would fire him up. Like, we can be within, not even by the pool, but we're walking that distance, and he would just start jumping and hopping, but he would jump and jump. So yeah, he was good on that end of things. And like I said, he was my rock, man. Like I said, I mean, if I don't care, I'll tell people I have bad anxiety, bad panic attacks and depression and stuff, and like he kept me balanced, like I said. And that's another thing. Like I said, you deal with with my end of things. You talk about expansion of business.
Right.
That was another thing I put in my consideration too, is my health. Like certain people can handle it. You can handle stress better than a lot of people. My body on the outside, it says, yeah, I look like I'm pretty put together, but the inside, my body's like destroying itself. So yeah, I mean but like I said, Dick was a good calming presence for me.
Then you got him a girlfriend.
Yeah, we got a girl. We adopted from Tuscola County, and we brought him over to my parents. Her name was Savannah at the time, but my dad said, "What should name her Jane?" So we had a Dick and Jane. Yeah,
Yeah, they were a cool couple there.
Yeah, they were a good pair. Yeah, we'd take them to the Christmas tree farm. Like I said, go back to the Christmas tree farm because we sell Christmas trees. And they would run around and play with all the kids and stuff and families and all that. Run the fence lines and stuff. So they always had a good time. But yeah, with Timber Oaks, I was proud of. I'm glad you still kept the name because I thought that was very valuable. I think we had a good name recognition for it. And like I said, I'm proud of how you handle it and kept the guys around and everything else.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I think it blended well with IRD too. Construction hand and foot.
Yeah.
Like
we started excavation business this year too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just can't shut it off.
Yeah. I try to. That's you,
Right.
Like me, I like to focus and try to be good at one thing. You like to keep going and doing different things.
Right.
Everybody has their own mindset and how they win things. That's fine.
I think part of it's problem like internally because like I think it's maybe the entrepreneur way. It's like it's just probably like you see a problem and then it's like I feel like I got to create a solution for that problem. Like I feel like I'm always problem solving, and if I'm not, then
you're a fixer.
Right.
I'm a natural fixer too. I like to fix things. If something's wrong, I know somebody. If I can't figure it out, I know somebody that can do it.
Right.
I know people. You know people.
Right.
That's just the fixer mentality. And that what drives me a lot. It drives me too. Crazy is that a lot of times if I can't fix anything, then I just boils in me type of thing.
It was, like probably a year ago, we were like, you just even little things like we needed T-shirts. I'm like, I'll print T-shirts. Let's buy a T-shirt machine. I'll print 1,000 T-shirts a year, and then I'll make a business out of it. And that's what I do. But everybody talked me off the ledge on that one. So
yeah, well, like you said, you need somebody to.
you need a T-shirt. I'll print you a T-shirt.
Yeah, like I said, you just have
and make $2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can look at it, but you think of the business aspect. Like, I mean, there's some some tax benefits, and when you can do what you're doing as well, you can. Some write-offs, some losses, and everything else, and blah blah blah.
It's a balance.
Yeah. And that's what same things with the business aspect. When you got business partners, there's tax benefits from being a single owner compared to a business. I mean, I think that's what we ran into a lot of too.
Yeah, I think partnership was hard because anybody that has partnership, we had Noah and Adam on here, which
I'm good friends with them as well.
That partnership worked pretty good, but it's like. Especially in a seasonal business, when we had Timber Oaks, there's only at the end of the day, there's only so much profit, and there's only so much profit to split between two people or
and
three
then you
people.
can't take care. The biggest thing is you can't take advantage of the tax benefit,
the full expenses.
Yeah, you can't do that with a partnership. Like I said, and it's hard too. You got to be on the same page. And that's a big thing. I mean, we seem to be fairly on the same page a lot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're on different aspects and avenues and stuff like that, especially towards the end, which is fine, which is pretty much expected as you keep growing and growing and growing and getting bigger and bigger type of thing. So
yeah, because I can be like I'm pushing and then Bob over here is like no, he's complacent and be like this, and you're in between. So I mean, it's hard to communicate when you got multiple partners. And I mean it is for some people, it's not for everybody, and
if you can make it work, you make it work. Right. I mean, like I said, we left on me, Kurt, and yourself, we left on good terms. I mean, that's something I'm also proud of.
Yeah,
we didn't leave upset, angry, bitter. No, we got everything good. I'm here talking to you, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Right?
Yeah, we're still laughing about the good old days. So that's all that matters.
Glory days. Remember playing Glory days? Bruce Springsteen. We're talking about the good old days. Glory days.
So I do got some. I don't know if you recall some things we did at Timber Oaks. One would be snow plowing that you pulled a gas line on somebody's house.
Yeah, that was my last year plowing. That's when I said. That was my last year when I said. I'm done.
Yeah.
That was rough though. Like I said, I think I was up for 22 hours that shift. Straight, no sleep.
It was probably the last one you had to do.
That was the last one I did. Yeah. After that, I was like, I'm out of here. I can't do this anymore. Like I said, it was 22 hours of work that day.
Yeah.
And I was like, was that home Frank Move residence? It was the last minute too. I did it as a favor. She called in. She's like, can you plow me out? It was a friend of mine. I was like, yeah, I can do it. I should know better at the end, but it was just a simple straight driveway, backbladed, and I hit a patch of ice, backbladed, and I caught the meter, ripped the gas off.
Yeah.
And luckily I had to go in the basement. I knew where the gas. She knew where the gas was. I grabbed a wrench, turned it off, and everything else.
Yeah.
And very luckily, I knew the guy that was for Consumer Energy and threw us a bone.
Yeah. But those things happen. I mean,
it happens all the time. I mean, that's one of the things that goes back to. That's why I like Happy Canines, black and white. It's no gray. Yeah. That's a gray area. See, things like that happen, and just like you just can't prepare for it, and that's unfortunate.
One thing I was, I know you're coming on the show today, one thing too, young entrepreneurs, they undervalue their value. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like let's say we used to do driveways for $20 or something.
Oh yeah, you're just trying to get your name out there. That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
And what cost is that?
Yeah.
You're devaluing your worth.
Yeah. And I hate to say it now everything I look at is my money, my time is money.
Right.
And like everything I did 5 years ago, even all my hobbies I did, I want to toot my horn, but I played drums. I made money.
Yeah.
It was my hobby. I made money doing it.
Yeah.
I did this.
Your hobby.
I made money.
Yeah.
So everything I did, I touched, made me money.
Well, it's even probably like you.
I don't want to say I'm money hungry or anything like that, because obviously I'm not money hungry because I'm wearing a ripped, torn sweatshirt that's 10 years old. But I am fiscally responsible. Hashtag. So that's another thing about being a business owner. You got to be somewhat frugal, or find fiscally responsible. You got to know
when to hold them and when to pull them.
Yeah, no. So that's always hard too, because there's that fine line where you say you got to spend money to make money, but at the same time you got to pull it back.
Yeah.
When you got to look back and say, should I do this? Should I do that? So.
Well, I mean, I think it was, you started your business from scratch, with no reference on what you can charge for a visit.
Yeah.
I
was feeling that out and doing all that jazz, and you just kind of gauge what everybody's response was. At first I started, people were like, you're not charging enough for doing this and that. I got that a lot. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm increasing here a little bit there,
right.
And this, because also, my overhead, once I got all my numbers locked in with fuel and everything else, like mileage, I drive 30,000 miles a year.
Get out.
Between Mandy and I.
Wow.
Mandy doesn't drive as much as me, but we put 30,000 miles on, which is crazy. Think about it. You just drive around in that 10-mile radius.
Yeah.
But, like you say, you're going back and forth moving, before you know, you're driving 200 miles in a day. To really make money, you have to be all in type of thing.
Right.
You almost have to have a lifestyle. We kind of like it. Mandy hates when I say this, but it's like our lifestyle.
Yeah. No, it is 100%.
With any business. I mean, you try to not make it your lifestyle, but it is your lifestyle. And that's why kind of, you live and breathe it. It's like, and
you don't
people,
like that term?
No, because she's comfortable like with where she works. She's been there for 25 years. It's hard for her, because there was a time I had ideas and she was going to jump ship and come work, come collide.
Yeah.
And she wasn't comfortable with that, which is fine. People are like, there's tons of people like that. They're not comfortable. That's a big step, So like I said, it's like, I mean, granted she still lives it, or our family lives it, but she's not totally in it.
Yeah.
Like me, like.
Oh, it's like Lisa, the same.
Yeah. Lisa's the same way too.
She helps out, but she's not.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't want to make her do that, because she really likes her job. Like, she's been there for 25 years.
Yeah, she really? Good for her.
I mean, you don't see that nowadays. People being at one place for 25 years. So,
well, how many years you guys been married?
Oh shit, 14. No. 2011.
Good thing it was at the end of the interview.
2011. Yeah, somewhere around there. Pretty close.
All right. Well, happy anniversary, Mandy.
No, it's in February.
Whatever it is.
It's in February. But no, yeah. So yeah, I mean, like I said, Happy Canines have been very pleased. Been happy with our 2-leg clients, 4-leg clients. Like I said, it's always fun. It's always something different every day.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Well, cool, man. Well, thanks for being on our show today.
Yeah.
Thanks for being my friend since 8th grade.
Come here. Give me a hug.
Brothers got a hug, like Chris Farley said. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers don't hug, man. Since 8th grade, I know. We've been bros. We've been through a lot, man.
Yeah.
I know. Like I said, there was a lot of long truck rides back and forth, and we were talking about life, and
Yeah, I told her some stories we can't share on.
There was a lot.